S.K. Dutta. He's a political analyst. I like to hear his views. S.K. Dutta, you've heard Anuja Kapoor from the BJP, Ali Murtaza from the Samajwadi Party as well. Which way is the tide turning?
Well, irresponsible statements in relation to Pulwama is not going to give cake to the Samajwadi Party. If that is the take that Pulwama was done by the government of India, then I would say that the Mumbai attack was also done by the government of India, by Congress as well as by Samajwadi Party and the rest. So this kind of irresponsible statements are absolutely unwanted first and foremost. The second thing was like I was listening to the take in relation to Goa, in relation to Uttarakhand, in relation to UP and the rest of the states. Well, it seems that the Congress is sweeping power in UP, in Goa, in Uttarakhand, in Punjab, as well as in Manipur. So much so that their poster girl, Ladki Hoon To Lad Sakti Hu, joins in the Bharatiya Janata Party just before the first phase of the voting itself. So much so that Sidhu refuses to deliver the people who had come there in Punjab to listen to Mrs. Priyanka Vadra. Congress is winning all the places. Yes, my dear friend. Yes, it is winning all the places only in paper. The reality speaks something else. The reality is something else. Half of your politicians, including your ex-chief minister, have fled the party in Goa and have joined the Trinamool Congress. That itself speaks in volumes about the winnability of the Congress party in Goa. Now let me come to UP. Who is talking about Gajwaye Hind? Who is talking about Urdistan? We do see videos circulating in social media talking about Urdistan after Khalistan. Who talked about Jinnah? Who talked about, oh, Taliban has done such a lovely job in Afghanistan. We should help and we should support and we should clap for the Taliban. Who equated Jinnah with Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and with other freedom fighters. This needs to be introspected as such. What about the helpless victim of the Unnao rape of the Dalit girl? Who is the person who had killed her in the ashram after raping her? And which party did his father belong to? The allegiance of the ex-minister of the Samajwadi
मैं इसका
Party.
जवाब अभी देना
SP
चाहूंगा.
has to answer this. Please don't interrupt in between.
Quickly.
Second is like what about
S.K. Dutta.
मैं इसका जवाब भी दे देता हूँ. मैं इसका जवाब दे देता हूँ.
what about
Let
the
S.K. Dutta
coming
complete.
out-
I'll come to
what
you,
about
Ali
the money
Murtaza.
coming
I'll
out
come
of
to
the
you. I'll come to you.
Uttarakhand in the walls, and the nexus of Shriman Akhilesh ji with the Ether Baron in UP and the photos coming up in London, going for a trip with the ex-Ether Baron and then say, oh, we have nothing to do with them. Do you think that the electorate of the country, electorate of the states are fools? That they will just go blindfolded and they will just give in the vote, tap, as your party activist, It doesn't work that way. It is a multi-party democratic country and let's respect the mandate of the voters. 10th will tell as to who is winning and who is losing. Wait for some time more.
You've made your point, S.K. There has been a hardline approach of the BJP and these elections were no different. The campaigning was no different. The welfare and the Vikas and projects that had been launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath have been no different. And they have not strayed from their hard line, which is Vikas bhi and Dharma bhi. So why accuse other political parties? Why accuse the Samajwadi Party to bring in Jinnah into this? Why accuse the Congress Party to bring in Muslim minority appeasement in this?
Well, when we were speaking about development, who brought in Jinnah? When we were speaking about development, who had clapped for the Taliban? It is the Samajwadi Party which had clapped for the Taliban. It is the Samajwadi Party which had brought in Jinnah. And when there is a counter reply to that, then that counter reply becomes hardline, and that counter reply becomes communal. But the initiator of that is secular, and the initiator of that is a secular person and not a communal person. Why will we not give a strong reply on Jinnah? Jinnah was the person who had created the most brutal communal carnage in the country. He is the person who had partitioned this country. Why will we not talk about him?
Was there, in a bit to retort to the Jinnah remark or the Ali remark, was it the right line that was taken by the Yogi government to say, Ali nahi, sirf Bajrang Bali, Uttar Pradesh ke andar?
We will take a line on national issues. We know that Taliban is a threat for the country. We will take a line on that. And that line will be hardcore. It will be nationalistic. It will be hardcore.
All I'm saying is that, irrespective of the development, welfare projects that are brought about, that are announced,
I am coming to all
caste
your...
politics, religion politics, communal politics, polarization politics works.
I am coming to all your questions, but please have the patience of listening to what I'm saying. Let me finish first, and then you can counter question me.
Yeah.
The most important thing is, when we take a line on issues which are sensitive for the country, issues which are in favor of the nation, if that is hardline, so it shall be, because it is related to the security of the country, and we will take a hard line on this. Akhilesh Yadav should be happy that we did not arrest him after he had given a kind of a golden pageants to Jinnah in relation and equating him with Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He should be happy enough that the Modi government did not arrest him on that. He had committed a treason against the state by equating Jinnah and calling him a freedom fighter at par with Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and others. There will be a strong retort to that. The hijab controversy, all those girls who were sitting on a fast in relation to hijab, the IB and the RAW has come up with exclusive evidences to show that their family members are hardcore activists of the PFI. And that is a reality. So we know from where this whole thing got instrumental. Why does Imran Khan tweet on hijab after Mrs. Priyanka Vadra's tweet and Shriman Rahulji's tweet? We all know from where this nexus is and where this nexus goes. And therefore we will have a strong position on this. No one is stopping the daughters and the women of the minority community from wearing hijab. We will not allow.
Okay, you've made your point, S.K. Datta.